throughout these next few days, I want you to just take a look around you and be thankful for where you are and the opportunity that you had to be out here, because a lot of people, they don't really have the chance to come out here. We're so drawn into like city life, town life. It's just really, really hard for a lot of people to come out here. Yeah, just throughout these next few days, just really have that respect and that appreciation for where we are.
How come you're recording, Zachary?
Because I'm allowed to.
Who said?
David. What is your favorite thing
So
about
far?
the trip? Yeah.
My favorite thing so far about being on the Horton River is being on the river again for my second time. It's like really fun, it's relaxing, a lot of peace and quiet. It's really nice when you see like wildlife and when you're like with really good people. It's just cool.
So what is your least favorite?
My least favorite is the bugs. Obviously, the weather. I don't like when it's rainy and stuff like that because more bugs come out. The bulldogs suck. What else? That's it.
Oh yeah.
What about you?
Recording with a $6,000 camera.
Cool.
But on the other side.
Why didn't we go extra far today?
We were over here.
Yeah, and we traveled
All the way there.
Yeah.
And all the way to right there.
that felt short.
Oh, almost not even a year ago.
3 days after.
It's not really a gravel bar up here. It's sandy and no good place to set up tents.
And it's like all wet. We wanted to know what you guys wanted to do. Do you guys want to keep going for a while or?
Okay to keep going. It's only 3:15.
Really? What'd you guys decide on?
We decided to camp here. We didn't want to be on the water if it's like thunder and lightning.
We want to set up camp before it starts pouring.
You think it's gonna hit us or pass by?
I think it's gonna hit us.
Shannon and Swen, how did it feel being the leaders?
We were always in front. That was cool.
Yeah, so you like being in front?
I was excited to be the leader. I was happy.
Throughout the whole day, or?
Not when it started raining.
What were some highlights from your day?
Seeing the bear.
Well, maybe not right here.
Yeah.
Being scared of seeing the bear.
So I'm wondering if any members of the group here can let Shannon and Swen give them any ideas of things that they did really well today.
I think you guys woke up like on time, ready to go.
So that's what I was just saying.
And woke up everybody and it was nice.
And then we came around the corner and we were still looking for good campsites and all of that. And then what else stepped up and made us make some decisions that we didn't plan for, right? The weather. There was frustration, you know, because the storm was coming and it was like, we need to make a decision, but we're trying to ask everybody. And sometimes when there's a safety factor, you may not be able to ask everybody in the group what they think. And that's when the leaders just have to make a decision sometimes. And even though you don't want to, that's your job.
Great, so tomorrow we're gonna have some new leaders. And those people are Lance.
Yep. And
Hope.
And then
Nick.
Lance, are you happy you're leader of the day for this?
It's pretty. Yeah, as long as it's not windy. I don't know. Let's get ready. We should be leaving within half an hour. Looking at the weather, it's really foggy, can't see too far, but it feels really good. I think it'll be a good day for canoeing. I think we'll get to where we want and maybe past where we want even too. Should be good. Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, everybody's here. Just gonna do a quick map briefing here. Zach and Hope wanna give them the lowdown.
So we're gonna start it on here and we want to reach this spot, and if it's no good, we'll go a little bit more up and look for a good camping area.
Where the rocks are?
And if there's nothing good around here, we'll try to get to here. And we're gonna be out till like 5:30 to 6:30.
We won't go further than 30 kilometers, or even if we're early. Won't be too much. Is everybody good?
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna take breaks every 2 hours like yesterday. First a 15 and then a half an hour. That worked out pretty good. You guys like that?
Yeah.
Let's get on the water.
Look at theirs. You can see the reflection. Oh, yeah. Could you see ours? Yeah.
Well, bend over more.
Because I can't see mine.
Here. They do it too. Quite a bit of space for kitchens and the canoes and our group gear, but up there it's a little bit muddy. Some of it's dried up a bit and there's a little bit of flowers, but nice soft spot, pretty good for the most part, and there's a big spot back there for bathrooms. Cam?
Here. Now.
There we go. There's an opinion.
Alrighty.
Somebody's willing to shout it out. That decision. You know, we were on and did here. So that's what you know, they thinking you're thinking right. What do we do? So what means, how did you feel about it? How did people feel when it was foggy this morning?
Good. I didn't care.
You didn't care?
It was cold.
Was anybody nervous about the fog?
No.
Intimidated when I first looked out the tent. I was like, I wonder how today's gonna go.
Yep.
Thought about it.
You know, they kind of make you start thinking, and you have feelings about what those weather conditions are, and so you start your thinking about the day right then, as soon as you're out of bed. Well, now what do we do with this information, with these feelings? And so for tomorrow, some of the leaders that were leaders today, what would be some of those tips that you would pass on?
Keeping the group killer close.
Keeping the group close, that's good. Killer close, that's even better. That was something that I thought about. If it was going to be foggy all morning and we were on the water, it was going to be a lot harder to keep the group together, and you know, we would have had to work harder on that. What are some other things? How about the maps? Like, I think yesterday we had one person reading the map, probably in the bow, and the stern person of the leaders was just paddling. Today we had 2 people reading the map. I think that was a good idea. Did it help having someone else?
And Hope showed me where we were.
Yeah. And does it have to be just the leaders that read the maps?
No.
So yeah, those are just some simple, you know, what happened, how did it make you feel, what are you going to do about it next time?
What you need to do is get everyone to stand just behind the paddle facing the cliff.
The purpose of this class is so that students can become aware of their each of their own unique leadership styles.
So if you agree with the one statement a lot, you'll head down to this side. If you agree with the other statement a lot, you head down to the other side. I don't often voice strong opinions, particularly if I think it will cause hurt or be a waste of time. I put others before myself pretty consistently. And this is more what this wind would be. I state my opinion and take stands easily. So I have no problem saying this is what I stand for, this is what I believe in, and you're, you know, like, I think we should camp here. I don't have a problem saying my way or the highway if need be. Place yourself where you think you would be.
At Knowles, we believe that there's 4 essential leadership styles that people come with.
As you can see, you are in 4 quadrants, okay?
And by doing this class, students can interactively engage in the class and see which of the styles is their default style.
Martha put herself towards the end of stating her opinions freely versus keeping them to herself. So she put herself more towards that side, and then also more towards the side of being cool as a cucumber. We would call her a driver.
This style really emphasizes action and direction. So they really try to make things move, get things going. They're almost like the throttle on a snow machine.
You're not really going to go anywhere unless you have the driver, unless the group drives. It's really emphasizing the action. So things are happening, they want things to happen. In this quadrant, in this square, this is what we call at Knowles, we call them architect and analysis. Okay? Or what I like to call them, the eagles.
The analyst and architect style is one that really emphasizes meaning, uses a lot of rational and logical thought behind it, try to gather as much information as they can, and try to make decisions with all the facts possible. Sometimes they can take a little bit too long to make decisions, but they really try and get all the information they can.
Okay, so over here, kind of the complete opposite. We had people who share their opinions freely, were a little bit more emotionally hot, or a hot tamale, whether they show it visibly or whether they just feel those emotions in general, okay?
The third style is what we call a spontaneous motivator. So this style is really emphasizing emotional stimulation, so the passion, the energy, really try to get people amped up, usually very energetic folks.
I like to parallel it with the sick. With the sick, okay? So the sick, they're voicing their ideas and they're supplying the passion. You know, I think you could easily say sick have emotion, they have passion. I wouldn't say they're cool as a cucumber. You know, they're kind of, you know, they're moving like 1,000,000 miles an hour. They're great at motivating people, and it's energizing, okay? The sick energizes other sick and energizes the ecosystem. You know, it's either getting bears to run after them, trying to eat them, or they're trying to run over and eat some berries.
So without us, they're screwed?
Dude.
Exactly.
Well, just like, you know, the environment needs every other animal to function.
Yeah.
So does a group need every other square to function, okay? So in our final quadrant, these folks said they hesitate to state their opinions, and emotionally, I'm a red hot tamale. Knowles would call you relationship masters. What you do is you emphasize caring. You know, they really try to make sure all the group members are taken care of, everyone's feeling good, really try to build and develop relationships within the group. Just like the wolf is very social being, it's, you know, a wolf pack is quite a thing. So the wolf is very organized and to make sure that everyone has a role within the group. They're really excellent at building community. They work well on a team, whether it's like our Knowles course here or whether you play on sports or work in youth centers. You support others, you praise others, you know, and you feel concerned for others. So if someone's not having a great time, you know, the wolf is going to make sure that all the other wolves are feeling good too. So it's great to know what you're really good at, what your strength is, whether that's the caring for others or whether that's seeing the big picture or hitting the throttle or providing the passion. It's great to know what you're great at. And once they feel good in that, they can even start to develop their strengths and develop their skills in each of the 3 other styles that they may not be as strong in, because a well-rounded leader, while they'll still have one default style, they still will have situations where they'll need to dabble in all 3 of the different styles.
Morning, Paulu.
Morning, Lance.
Last camp. Are you happy?
Yes. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
You ready, Kane?
Yep.
Good to go? How you guys feeling?
Yeah.
It's the last day of canoeing.
It's almost the last turn. It's almost straight away to the finish.
Oh, dude, that's
That away?
Yep. Just one more.
Little bit more after that, and then we're done.
We're done.
Paulu.
All of the members of this group will pass successfully. We have been impressed at the caliber of the leadership on this course. You know, these students have come from communities all across the north to paddle down this river, and while they all have great connections with the land, paddling, maybe camping a style that they may not be as used to, eating food that they may not be used to, and they've all stepped up. They've all been able to take on a leadership day where they've driven the group towards a common goal, mainly to get to a campsite. We've gotten to the end of the river a day early, which is fantastic, and it really speaks to their ability to get paddling at a decent hour each day. We had very successful leadership on this course.
Beautiful.
We're finishing the river together.
Yeah, man. Me and Paulu. Finishing this river together, man. Done.
And not only having to lead their peers, but then also having to lead with the knowledge that this is being documented, and you know, that their parents and that their community will see this program and see how they've performed. That only leads to the pressure and the fact that they've been able to handle it and to be able to work well together, communicate well together, showing lots of initiative, doing tasks that may not be as fun, just really been able to show how great students they are and travel very comfortably down this river.
A little bit shaky though, but still, we get to see our epic ending. This is the chest cam. Okay, let's go. Almost at the end here. Probably last 100, 200 meters. I feel so good right now. Oh, look at that, it's so flat. Carry the boat to shore. We're done. How do you guys feel? We're done. Your asses now?
Yep. I feel so proud.
That's good.
After 12 days, 11 days of paddling.
High five.
High five. Go in a circle. Keep going.
At the ocean now. First one here to this peak. Smoking Hills right down there. Ocean way out there. Up towards the sun that way. To the end. Last day. Probably gonna head down to the beach down there and swim. Ride home. I got my orthodontist appointment too. Alright, we swam back for nothing. We're on the second flight, but I'm still really happy.